Hey guys, TruKnight back here. So, been getting a couple of questions here and there of like, hey, where are you at with the eBay stuff? How's that all going? You've been kind of quiet lately on your channel, not posting as much anymore with like the Yu-Gi-Oh content and all that stuff. I got 3 jobs now. 2026, you know, how to make ends meet, I guess. We moved roughly a month ago, my family and I, and the wife, the kids, we all love our new place. It's a great place. I have my own office now. We're building a gym / kids play area in the garage, and we're flourishing. We're trying to find a way, just like everybody else. I have my full-time job. I have a part-time job that I do in the evenings, and now I'm doing this as a side hustle. That's why you see the bags. But it's been fun. Keeps you on your toes. This whole eBay thing that I started with $40 in my hands, went to a couple of garage sales, picked up some video games, and flipped them, has boomed. And we'll go over the numbers here in a few minutes. Just wanted to show you where I'm at with my inventory and all that goodness. So yeah, right here I have a Nintendo that I am picking up. Here, let me go ahead and, can I flip you around? I can't flip you around, sorry. I have a Nintendo here. Forgive my clothes basket if you see it. This is my office, and my clothes are all over there. But I have a Nintendo I'm switching out today. These are some recent orders on video games that I've sold. Super Nintendo and Nintendo. You guys see in the thumbnail, I picked up a pretty heavy Super Nintendo lot, but there was also a Nintendo with a bunch of games in there as well. And I'll show you that here. Came with all these games. Picked up both lots. Why not? Picked up the Zapper and the Joy-Con as well. I got it all for, I paid, on that one, I paid $219. No, not $219, $290 for the both sets. Probably figuratively gonna make about $650, so a pretty good double up. You gotta be sensible with those things because I'm taking it off your hands. I gotta clean it, test it all out, make sure it all works, and then list it and then ship it. So after fees and everything, maybe I'll get like a $200 profit, but it's cool to see. I think that in a few years from now, Super Nintendo and Nintendo are gonna be a thing of the past, and we're just not gonna find them anymore like that in the wild. So pick them up while you can. I've picked up a few Nintendo Switch lots, PSPs, video game lots. I have all of them right here. A few DSs. These are a couple of like kind of grails that I'm listing for more expensive. They're complete inbox, old-fashioned stuff. More games, randomness. This I downloaded about 150 games onto for the buyer. I have a Switch console in here. I have one of those things that can play Sega, Nintendo, and Super Nintendo. I have a Wii here with 2 controllers and games. Another Switch, GameCube, Nintendo 64. A whole bunch of Ninja Turtle figures. The other games here. Some nice shoes. The Grails. I have Demon Souls Factory Sealed. I have Fire Red, Blue. I have a Gemnit 10 Josué Gonzalez that I got. I got some Pokemon toys, a Thor hammer. The sword is mine, you can't have it. I picked this up randomly. Somebody was making proxy Charizard cards, and they asked me, hey, do you want to pick them all up for like $5 from me, dude? And I was like, sure. So when I sell cards on there, because I am selling a bunch of old like deck cores and stuff like that, I'm gonna include these in each order, I think, just to give some to the buyer extra. So here's some extra cards that I'm selling. Yeah, sleeves, and then in here, Of course, I'm gonna have to label these are proxies because people will have a heart attack if they open that and see that. In here I have some AirPods and I got some DS games that I'm selling here. My wife decided to list a couple of things of hers. I got some old VHSs here. Business is good, guys. Business is good. I was expecting to make roughly $2,000 a month, and I'm on pace for about $2,000 a week. So that's kind of crazy. Not expecting this at all, but you gotta keep up with the times as well. So I'm constantly on the hunt. I'm constantly reaching out to people on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, things like that. They're posting collections, and I'm just trying to be level-headed with people. Hey, I'll pick it up for you at about 50 or 60%. I'm a reseller. I'll do all the work in testing it, and I gotta ship it out and everything. But if you want to just get rid of it all and not have to hassle with the work that I'm willing to put in, here's my number. So that's kind of how I've been working out with people, and it's been working a fair amount, you know. Another thing too, like, I'll kind of get into it later in the video. I'll kind of go over some obstacles, of course, we face. I have a few things to list that I'll probably do with you guys on the phone, or not on the phone, but while I'm talking to you guys later on. I got to list a few things here. Here's a couple of random buys that I found at garage sales that were pretty cool. I found Mario and Luigi. I had this kind of toy when I was like 4 years old, and so I just decided to pick it up at a garage sale for 50 cents and put it here. And then I had this guy since I was like a kid. Good Lord. So it's pretty cool to have that. This is one of my favorite things in my collection, is a pop-up Noble Knight Artorias, and then these are my championship rings. I don't know why I'm giving you guys a full room tour, but yeah. Anyway, let's jump into numbers and what it's looking like. Back to you, True. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed that little beginning video from TruKnight past, and now we're in TruKnight present, soon to be TruKnight future. What? Anyway, what is life? No, I'm kidding. So I wanted to go over some things about eBay, some things that I've been going through with it, some obstacles, some pros, cons kind of things, just give you guys my first, I guess, like real experience with this as a company and everything. So let's get right into it. To give you guys my numbers and everything, full transparency. Oh, hey, I got an offer from a buyer. Hold on. From me 100? Sure. Coolio. Made yet another sale there. I just got back from the post office and I probably dropped off 28 packages. Like, it's been a crazy week, guys. Okay, so eBay is fun, but it's not for somebody who's not willing to do the work. Let me put it that way. If you think you're going to come on this website and find a way to click a couple of buttons and be done with it, that's just not how it works, my friend. You got to be willing to work. And by willing to work, I mean you got to go find your inventory. You got to find a good deal on your inventory that works for you and the seller. What I do is I tend to buy anywhere between 50 and 60%, so it's a double up for me. Now, before people sit there and say you're scum for doing that, yada yada yada, let me give you guys a hyperbole. Let's say Jim Bob over here wants to sell 10 Nintendo 3DS games. Okay? Let's say that he values, Jim Bob here values those games at $25 each. Okay? The real market for those games is about 20, but he values them at 25. And he wants to be able to go on eBay, take a picture of all 25 right there, and say, buy my games. and he wants to get that $25 per game. Okay? That's not gonna work. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So what Jim Bob is forgetting is that he's gonna have to pay fees, he's gonna have to pay shipping, he's going to have to invest time in packing all those, he's gonna have to invest time in either paying USPS to come pick those packages up or go to USPS and drop them off. He's gonna have to find boxes and supplies. On top of that, if he doesn't want to be a scumbag, he's gonna have to test every game and show that it works, make sure that he's not trying to fool you and give you something that doesn't work. In a lot of games cases, he's got to make sure they're not reproductions and that they're the actual authentic ones and prove it. And then on top of all of that, he's gonna have to hope that every single one of them sells without a fly and nobody wants to return anything. And on top of that, after all is said and done, you're not getting nearly $25 per game. So, what does Jim Bob do? Jim Bob probably turns around and goes to GameStop, where they say, hey, we'll give you $8 per game. And he settles. Where I come in on that is I try and say, before you go do that for $8 a game, and then probably use it as trade-in credit to get a game that's overpriced by about $10 or $20, I will buy them from you for $13 a piece. And I will go ahead and do the work, clean them, make sure they're tested, make sure they're functional, ship them off, and handle all the customers. Okay? Yes, I will probably charge about $25 a piece, and I'll probably make about $19 a piece. So I'll make $6 off of you per game, but instead of you settling for $8 a game, you're settling for $13 a game. So it's kind of like a give and take, right? That's where I come in as a reseller. Resellers have been given a bad name because there's a lot of resellers who believe that they are better than GameStop, and they'll turn around and say, oh, if GameStop's offering you $8, I'll offer you $8.50. Like, you're scum. Okay? Do right by your customers. I wholeheartedly believe that. And I don't think we should overstep our boundaries as resellers. Now, there's a lot of people on YouTube who want to make a name for themselves by going into a garage sale where somebody offers a grandfather clock for $4 and tries to say, I'll give you $1. Like, come on, man. Just be good people, you know? And like, that's the negative connotation behind reselling. In my experience, I've had a situation where I walked up on a Dreamcast system, and the guy had a Dreamcast with 4 games, a Nintendo 64 with 4 controllers and 3 games, a whole bunch of PS3 games, and 2 Nintendo Switch charging units. I put it all together and I asked him, how much would you like for all of it? My wife was standing right there and she was listening to me, and she looked at me kind of baffled when I asked that. And the guy, he said, just give me a few moments. I said, sure. And I sat back for a few moments, and he came up to me and said, I'll do it for $100. Now, anybody who's in this business or into video games knows $100 for a Dreamcast, a 64, controllers, games, charging units, a whole bucket, like I'm talking like one of those plastic bucket size of games, probably like 40 games. That's the dream, right? You tell me $100 and I'll take that deal any day of the week. I gave him $250. Call me a fool, say whatever you want. I kept documentation of that whole thing. Okay? I bought it for $250. The entire listed value after I listed everything from that collection was $987. I pay up when I can. All right? And I just want to do right by people. I don't want to. I didn't even come in at 50% on that. Should I have made more of an educated guess? Yes. I was 11 days into this. I'm not really too educated yet. Like, to this day, I still can't look at a group of games and tell you this one's worth over $20. I gotta check. It's just, it's probably gonna be a year or two before I'm at that level. But I can look at a group like that and know, okay, we're talking close to $1,000, which I knew. The Dreamcast alone and everything, like, I was able to list the Dreamcast for $230. It was clean, had 2 controllers, put all the games with it, listed it for $230. Several of the games in there, like there was a couple of Silent Hills, there was a couple of things like that, I was able to list for like $60 each. Several games. The charging units I was able to list for about $60 each. Sold those within days. The 64-inch controllers, I sold that same day for $200. Like, it was just a crazy deal, and I knew it. I could see how clean all this stuff was. I could see it wasn't treated badly. It wasn't just something that was stuffed into a corner, into a shed or something like that. Like, this stuff was taken care of, you know? And so I try my best to not be that guy that would walk up to him, say, how much would you do? And if he said 100, if I would say, oh, can you do 50? What? Like, on top of that, here's another cool thing, and I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but that guy took down my number and I took down his number because he sources a lot. He lives like in a different city from mine. And he told me, hey, if I come across these in the future, can I reach out to you? I've done 2 deals with him since then. So not only did I try to come up a little bit and help him, he helped me out a lot. But boom, now I have a partner, in a sense. Somebody that I could reach out to if I'm like, oh man, it's been slow today, I haven't really made any deals. I could reach out to him and say, hey, have you found anything this week? And I've done that with like 4 different people now. So I want to emphasize that, yes, I'm making money off of this. Yes, that's all well and great. However, while it's great to make money, it also is helping me put in the work to get that money. And my son's seen it firsthand. He's been with me to several garage sales trips. He's watched me work. He tells people all the time, like, hey, my dad buys video games. Do you have any video games you want to sell? Like, he tells all his schoolmates that. If you want to buy video games, my dad will buy video games. You can get my mom's number and she'll have my dad reach out to you. Like, we did a garage sale of our own 2 weeks ago. My son, he made $80 selling lemonade. People handed him a 20 and said, keep the change, kid. Like, he's learning work ethic, you know? This whole, like, experience of eBay so far, yes, I know it's not all dandelions and roses. Like, there's a bitter side, there's ugly customers, there's people that want to try and scam you. There are people which you have to combat as an eBay seller, because there will be people who will try to buy your item, have a broken version of that item, keep your item and return that broken version. So whatever way you can make your your item serialized to where you can see that is my item I'm selling you, do that thing. Every one of my items, not every single item, but every single item I take a picture of the barcode, clear as day, in my listing, so that way if there was a return, because I had one happen. I know, again, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm just explaining eBay so far to you, for me. Excuse me. Apologies. I had a customer who bought an item from me, and on the back of it was a barcode. It was a little memory card thing. Took a picture of it. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I just became so congested. Sent the item out to the customer. They received it, and that within that hour of them getting that item, I got the little delivery notification on my phone. They just sent me a thing. How dare you? Your POS, you're this, you're that, you're the other thing. You sold me a defective item that doesn't work. Yada yada yada. And I said, hey, no problem at all. I'm so sorry about the defect. I test these as best as I can. The person I bought it from assured me that it worked. If it's not working, I have no problem refunding it. Please just send the item back and I'll refund you. So they sent it back. I received it. And typically the first, like, I've had 2 returns so far in a month. And the first time around, I just refunded the person as soon as the item came back. I encourage you not to do that. Check the item. Because the second time around, I checked the item before I refunded it. I looked at the back of it, and it was a different barcode number. So I reached out to eBay and I just said, this person's telling me that this is defective and broken. Here's a picture of the item they sent me back. My listing shows a different barcode. So, needless to say, that item did not get returned. That person hard tried to screw me, and it's messed up, right? It's dirty. So I just want you guys to be on the lookout for those things. Those are the type of things that you need to watch out for and be cognizant of, because it will happen. People are douchey. It's just people. It's America. It's the world. And the best way I feel like you can combat that is just be authentic, be honest. If something has a rip, show that it has a rip. If something has a scratch, show it has a scratch. Be fully transparent. The more transparent you are on eBay, the less likely things are bad to happen to you. Just be as detailed as you can. Something that I need to be more aware of is my descriptions. I need to be more descriptive in my items. And another thing too is I'm kind of a loose seller in a sense. I'm not really all that in tune to getting full value. If I've picked up an item, let's say like, okay, Smash Bros on Nintendo Switch. Let's say here, I'll just give you guys an idea. So I'll give you a prime example right here. Here we go. I picked up this game in a deal for $17. Okay. I listed it for $45. I have a sale almost always running in my store because I just want to offer sales to entice sell-through rate, of course. Somebody is going to come in and offer me $30. I'm not going to hesitate. Somebody comes in and offers me $25. I'm not going to hesitate. As long as they're not going to come in and be like, hey, I'll give you $5, $10. Like, that's the thing, guys. You need to sell things and know your number. How much am I willing to sell this for? I'm willing to let this thing go as low as $130. I paid $100 for it. Cool. I'm willing to let this thing go for, I think, what was it? This was at that garage sale. This was the third one. And I picked them up for about 15 each. So if somebody comes in and offers me $25, it's yours. Kind of thing. So that's what I want to tell you guys too, is like, you need to not sit there and go, okay, I'm listing this for 40. I'm getting 40. The world doesn't work like that. Give customers a deal. The more you give people a deal, the more likely they're going to want to come back and shop with you in the future. And there's features on eBay now where you can send people who receive their items a coupon to your store. I as soon as I get notifications that items are delivered, I go right there and send them a coupon for like 10% off. Hey, come on back. Like, these are the ins and outs of what keeps your store functioning, okay? Another thing, always be open to resourcing. I always make sure this is not a flex. This is not a flex. I keep a pretty healthy amount of cash on hand for anybody who says I have a collection here on Facebook, or if my wife talks to somebody, if my family talks to somebody, if a customer from the previous thing reaches out to me. Anybody who reaches out to me and says, yo, I got a collection here I want to sell, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I got cash. I can meet you if you want to come here. Can I meet you halfway? I'm ready to go. That simple. Now, I do work a 9 to 5, so I have to do a lot of my meetings in the night, or I have to do a lot of my meetings on the weekends. Doesn't always work for people. Luckily, I have a wife who works out towards the tech center, which is kind of like a busier area, and there's a lot of clientele down there, and she's cool with it, and her boss is cool with it. She works at a dental clinic. A lot of times people will drop off stuff to her, and they'll just let me Venmo them, Zelle them, Cash App, anything like that. Or I've set it up a couple of times where I've given my wife cash and said, hey, they told me that they'll be at your office at about 11 to drop it off. Done 2 of those deals. Like, you have to be willing to work. You gotta be willing to work, because I'm not gonna screw over my job and skip out on my job. I'm on my lunch break right now, and I'm not gonna screw over my job and be like, oh, I'm gonna sneak out real quick. No, you can't do that. You could get fired for stuff like that. So you gotta be as truthful, honest, and transparent as you can. I have lost out on a couple of deals because people were like, I can only meet right this second. Sorry, dude, I'm working. It's just the nature of the beast. My job pays the bills, and it pays the health insurance. Health insurance, video games. Come on, man. Like, and I've had people get snippy with me. I have had snippy customers. You post that you're always willing to buy video games, but here we are, and you won't come meet me right now. You're mad at me for having a job? What am I supposed to do? I can meet you in 2 hours when I'm off the clock. Like, those are the kind of like pros and cons that I've dealt with so far. And then there's some people at garage sales that they get a sniff that you're a reseller. I've had one person at a garage sale say to me, you're shopping for weird stuff. You're an old adult male. Why are you looking at those little kids' toys? And I've told him, yeah, I do sometimes flip things on eBay. And she flat out said there, I have no interest in doing business with you. Hey, cool. No hard feelings. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Maybe she had a bad past connection with a reseller. Maybe she was a reseller herself. Maybe, who knows? Maybe she watched YouTube videos and just thinks that they're bad people. Who knows? But it does happen. Pros are, of course, money. Of course, the gratification I get with the work ethic I've been putting into it. And of course, it's cool to see all this stuff. It's cool to see video games from when I was like 5 years old and be able to show them to my son and be like, dude, I played this when I was your age. It's cool. It's fun. That's the biggest pro, I think, for me, is I'm having fun with it. I'm a lot more active. I'm a lot more lively. I'm a lot more out and about. Like, look, I've been talking to you guys about this for 23 minutes now. It's just more fun. So, yeah, I'll stick with it. I want to see where this thing goes in a couple of months. I know that come October, November, that's when things kind of tend to slow down because garage sale season's done. But there's still avenues like the thrift store, the Arc, Goodwill. There's still Facebook Marketplace. There's ways to make deals. And you can always stock up now and buy like lots of things. That way you have inventory for over those months, you know? So more to come in the future. If you guys want that, I'm gonna say the cliche thing that all the YouTubers say. If you guys like this, if you want me to continue it, I'm gonna need to see likes, subscriptions, things like that. If people just have no interest in this and this video doesn't get any views, then of course I'll keep doing this because I'm having fun with it, but I won't go the YouTube route because there's not really much incentive to keep going if nobody's watching. So my encouragement to you, my number one bit of advice as a newbie, from noob to noob, if you are a noob, just get out there and start. Summer's coming. We're hitting the end of April. Almost any city, town, or anything like that where we live, you live, anybody lives, there's a garage sale happening somewhere. Just get out and try it out, man. Or woman. If you live in a different country, reach out to people in that other country and see if anybody's selling anything. Check things around your house that you don't use. Sell those on eBay. Ask family, do you have anything that you want to get rid of? I can sell for you. Or can I have anything that you want to get rid of? And then sell it. I have like 7-8 listings of things that when we moved, we were just like, oh, we don't use this at all. It's just been sitting in the back of a cabinet. I posted one of them was of wine glasses. Wine glasses from when we got married. They were a bridal shower gift. Posted them for $200. They've just been sitting in a cabinet. There's money to be made, people. So have fun with it. My son and I call it our buried treasure every day. When we come home from karate in the end of the day, I always have a sack, like a grocery store sack, and we say, what did we get in our treasure today? And it's from whenever I picked up lots or deals or anything like that. Or we go to the thrift store every Friday. We go to Goodwill and we just check and see if they have any video games. So it's crazy. It's all crazy, but it's fun and I'm having fun with it. So again, if you guys like this stuff, please like, comment, subscribe. It's been fun. I'm enjoying it. I'd like to continue doing it. So please encourage me to do it by liking and subscribing. Please be kind, be respectful. Don't be a douche in the comments. I will get rid of you instantly. And yeah, if you're thinking about joining this thing, man, I don't really feel a sense of competition because there's hundreds of thousands of people out there doing this, but yet I'm still flourishing. So anybody can do it. Just go do it. Have fun. So anyway, guys, if you want to see more of the stuff that I do, again, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be encouraged to do more videos. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. Peace!